This world was broken, screaming for salvation. Into fire and blood and treachery, you were born. My majestic blade. Immortal, invincible, the deathless came, caressed the throats of weak humanity. To kill the immortal is impossible, they said. But I, the worker of secrets, embraced the deathless warlord and forged you, a weapon to slay the unslayable. The warlord betrayed us, stole you from me. I was entombed, deep in his vault of tears. He was Stylosa the Vile. Consumed by your infinite light, you burned his very soul. Both of you, lifeless, tearing you from Stylosa's corpse. The God King whispered, "Sacrifice." And death had its day after day. A ritual slaughter, fathers and avenging sons, all doomed. Until at last, a warrior came with true and noble heart. He'd slay the mighty God King, anoint you with immortal blood, and so unleash your glory. The warrior was Cyrus. He unknowingly gave you life, and foolishly gave us freedom. I am father of the deathless, creator and destroyer of all. And Cyrus is our enemy. He is Stylosa, reborn. Now, my secret vengeance. The world shall know your name.
Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to Unit Lost. I'm Stylosa and this is Infinity Blade 3. Now this is a little bit of a new feature we're going to start on the channel. This is mobile game coverage, more specifically iOS game coverage. So this is Infinity Blade 3 and this is going to be a first impressions video, and the commentary is done after the fact, so I'm not actually live commentating on this video because I'm still working out format issues and stuff, which by the way I will take feedback on the format in the comments below.
I have escaped your prison. I am here for you.
You are such an interesting specimen, Radriar. Do you realize that? You are like a rare butterfly, whose patterns take generations of breeding to perfect.
I am not here for word games, Ancient. You will face me. We will end this.
You see? That's what makes you so wonderful. The others, they never really bought in. It's an act to them. When they put aside the masks, they put aside the god. But you believe.
Oh, minions. This is pointless. Face me yourself and know my fury.
Do you listen to yourself, Radriar? You really are something special.
Okay, so we're about to go into combat for the first time. Now, most of the game is that, well, from what I've experienced so far, then you won't see that in this video because this is only going to be the first 20 minutes or so. Most of it is very heavily set-pieced kind of thing. You know, there's a lot of scripted events going on. You only really get the majority of combat when you're in combat, like now. This is going to run you through the tutorial. So the first thing you can do is block. Now the number represents how many times you can actually be hit blocking, because I think to block is the easiest way to dodge the attack. Now, from my experience, if you block, dodge or parry 3 attacks in a row, you then get to attack yourself. I think different monsters and bosses and stuff like that probably have different mechanics in that regard. You know, they may take 5, 10 blocks or parries or whatever before you can actually counter-attack them back. But one thing I must stress, and I've got to do this right at the start of the video, it's very, very responsive. This is like, I think for a game like this, which completely relies on how fast you can respond, and if you parry and block at the right time, if that's not accurate, then, well, you've got a problem, ladies and gentlemen. But it is very, very accurate. I mean, hopefully you can see with the little video in the bottom right-hand corner of the actual iPad. So that is me playing the iPad, you know, so you can see that when I'm performing an action, it's actually performing the action. I think we need to kind of talk about the graphics as well. It is very nice. Like, I've never seen anything of this quality on a mobile device. Now, I know Infinity Blade is famed for its graphics and all this, you know, it looks really nice. So, I was expecting pretty good things. And it has, you know, it has impressed me. You know, I'll be honest, it has kind of impressed me.
A waste. Such a fine creation slain for no reason.
Indeed. It will be a shame to see you dead.
Do not play your games with me, worker. Your life is mine, and I have come to claim it.
There you go again. Once in a while, I create something truly remarkable.
I was born, not created.
Oh. And there was no interference between your birth and now, no changes made to your QIP to grant, say, functional immortality. Fight your way over here, then we'll be on with our climactic final duel, or whatever you want to call it.
I mean, I was also impressed as well with the quality of the voice work and the audio in general. It is pretty good. I mean, I honestly didn't expect anything like this from a mobile title. You know, I thought this is just going to be not very good, a bit cheap, but it really isn't.
I have not forgotten the kindness you showed me when I was young. Lay down your weapon and leave this place.
You can't fight him. He knows too much. Everything we do is but a string he has pulled.
And this? I hold the only weapon that can destroy him. You would have me believe that he let me have this on purpose.
And this is also being played on the iPad Air as well, ladies and gentlemen, not the older generation, so the newest iPad.
I'm sorry, old friend.
So I'm not sure about performance on other models, but I can tell you on this model, it's pretty much flawless. I didn't really see any lag or anything like that. I don't actually know what frame rate it's running at. In fact, maybe I should have checked that. But I can't say I had any issues, you know, with actually playing the game. I think I played it for around about 3 hours as well, which was pretty long, and it completely destroyed the the battery in the iPad. Now this is just showing you how to dodge now, which is like, as this is a tutorial section, it's showing you, like, you know, first of all you've got your shield so you can block, which, as I say, I think is the get out clause, the easy way to fend off an attack. Dodging is a little bit more difficult. You can't actually see, but in the right hand corner of the screen underneath the little iPad video I've got, another parry, another dodge icon will be there to dodge right or dodge left. You'll see it on the left hand side, it'll be a yeah, there it is. That's the like the chevron icon. So what it was just showing us there was how to parry. Now parry completely relies on how responsive the touch interface is, because you have to attack in the same direction they are attacking you. And if you don't get it perfectly right, then you get hit, and it isn't that easy. You know, I was getting completely smashed at times, which was a bit of an eye-opener, because I expected it to be easy. I don't know, I think I'm quite impressed with this, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, even at this, you know, I really didn't think this kind of level of game, kind of development would be available, you know, on a mobile platform. You know, in my mind, it's just crap like bloody Farmville and whatever, you know, stupid games like that, not an actual game. You know, I would say this is an actual game. I mean, in fact, I get Dark Souls vibes off this as well.
To occupy them, and to make certain I could replicate it. The greater weapons that will cleanse this planet, they've always been able to break the deathless bond. Vaporizing all life is needed for this. No bodies to return to. No resurrection chambers to rebuild them. Still assuming you're going to be able to kill me, Radriar. You really think I would build a weapon that could destroy me?
If you are all-powerful, then why did you let yourself get trapped in a prison for 1,000 years?
Bit of Darth Vader Force moment on the go there.
Answer. wasn't it?
He is an anomaly.
So, I mean, it is like the whole game is basically quick time events, but they do flow together quite well. Also, I found in some of the later battles. I mean, I think this is just the case of you cannot win. You just have to lose at this point. Maybe you can win. I don't know. Well, I just got destroyed. Well, as you can see, I'm getting totally demolished. It's like, whoa. Oh.
I am divinity. I am the father of nations and peoples. Everything that exists on this planet exists by my forbearance. I am the thing you merely pretend to be. I am God and King, and you can never defeat me. Now you understand. And now you take your place. You are mine, and you always have been. We are going to cleanse this planet, Radriar, and start anew. I need a few to serve beneath me. You will take this opportunity, and you will savor it, Radriar. Tell me of my mercy. Beg me to let you live.
You are right, I cannot defeat you. But I know who can.
No! No!
You know, I think that's a pretty impressive introduction to any game, even, you know, the fact that this is a mobile game kind of makes it a little bit more impressive to me anyway.
Issa! What's wrong with her?
Her vitals are normal. She's just never done this before.
Is she?
She'll get used to it.
Did I die?
Yes.
You know, I'm pretty sure, like, there are, like... It is very difficult to make a game on a mobile platform that is actually enjoyable to play. So things like we would laugh at as PC gamers, you know, too many QuickTime events and all the rest of that stuff. I think they kind of work pretty well on a touchscreen. Although this game does have a lot beyond just actually the QuickTime event combat. There is like a lot of different items. You can completely change the armor, the weapons, all kinds of stuff your character's got. You can actually imbue the weapons using specific gems and all kinds of stuff. You know, like add lightning damage to a weapon. And all that kind of stuff. I mean, I think what I'm going to do, it's pretty hard for me to condense all of this into one video. I think I'm going to leave this video as just, you know, like I said, the first 20 minutes or so, first impressions video. And I think I'm going to make another video on this just to show some of the more detailed elements of it, because, you know, I'm honestly impressed. It does take quite a lot to get me impressed. You know, I had low expectations. I'm like, this is just a mobile game. It's going to be terrible. But it was actually quite good. And, you know, visually it's impressive. You know, like, you can see me moving the screen around there. Like, first of all, when these events were happening, I thought, okay, maybe this is like some sort of, you know, it's not in-game render. It's not rendered in the engine in real time. But it actually is, because you can move around and interact with it, which is pretty interesting. I keep saying that quite a lot, pretty interesting, but it really is pretty interesting. So I think this area is kind of like your base camp. Now, I think I could have clicked... You can basically only interact with the two clicky glowy things, but you can see I'm messing about, checking out the environment. So I clicked there thinking, oh, I'm going to be able to talk to the that female NPC, but oh no, apparently this is some sort of map. So I click that, and this takes you into the actual game. Now, if you remember at the start of this video, I had like 59 or something shield block power. Well, I don't have that anymore because this is my level 1 character. And also you get character... you can distribute character points as well, so you can upgrade like your melee damage, your, you know, how effective you are with armor and shields, magic as well, because you can cast spells by doing funky things on the screen. You know, I am quite impressed with this, ladies and gentlemen, but I think I'm going to leave this first impressions video at that, which is kind of apt because the logo has just come up all over the screen. So this has been Infinity Blade 3, ladies and gentlemen, the first impressions video. Most likely there will be another video, a little bit of an extended video with me just playing it, so we can kind of talk about it a bit more. I'll catch you next time, people. Toodaloo.